Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Emperor Poxal and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Now for today's video we are going to be talking about why I love Blue Box. Now it ain't a Bleach video, so it's probably going to be like 10 of 10, but who cares, I just love Blue Box and I've been wanting to make a video on it since like chapter 3. But before we dive deep into this video, the magical Blue Box told me that only 73.4% of y'all aren't subscribed. So if you aren't subscribed, then subscribe bro, it's free. And while you're down there, drop a like. 40 likes is the like goal for today's video. And without all further ado, let's get into the video. Blue Box is a series that caught me within the first chapter. As I read it, something about it just felt special. Between the art, the characters, and the setting, I just fell in love with it. This might come as a surprise to a lot of you, but action isn't my favorite genre when it comes to anime and manga. Not that there's anything wrong with action, I mean I love Bleach, Chainsaw Man, My Hero Academia, and One Piece to death. But my favorite genre is romance. And that may be a shock to each and every one of you, but I love romance because of the characters it presents. I feel like it's a lot easier for a romance to develop its small cast than a long-running action shonen. And I think this is because romance tends to have a smaller cast, and most of the episodes are solely dedicated to growing the cast's relationship with each other. But Blue Box was more than this. It felt different than, say, the average romance series. Blue Box is a story about a boy named Taiki who plays badminton, who has a crush on a basketball girl named Chinetsu. It's a romance series that combines two genres into one, those being romance and sports. And because of that, it can do aspects that sports series do and romance series do together. It can give me the hype of Haikyuu and then add the emotions of Toradora into one. But what makes me love the series even more is Taiki as a protagonist. But before we get into that aspect, let's discuss a little bit more about the story of Blue Box. As said before, Blue Box is a story about Taiki, a badminton player who has a massive crush on one of his upperclassmen, Chinetsu, a basketball player. They've barely spoken to each other, yet every morning the person he wants to see and talk to the most is Chinetsu. As the story progresses, we quickly learn about Chinetsu's popularity and just how good she is at basketball. We also get introduced to Taiki's best friend Hina and a few other characters down the road. But the first time something super interesting happens is a morning when Taiki arrives, and he ends up finding Chinetsu sitting outside the locked doors to the gym, and he decides to try to hold a conversation with her. And while they speak for a bit, the author gives us these absolutely adorable shots of Chinetsu, like they are really well done. Anyway, let's move on from that point. As the story progresses past this point, we find out that Chinetsu's family is moving overseas. And when Taiki's mother tells him that, he freaks the crap out and runs straight back to Chinetsu, telling her not to give up on her dreams of going to nationals, and telling her that she has to go. And as this happens, she actually reveals that she isn't leaving, but she's actually staying with a family friend. And while all this is going on, the first chapter is coming to an end. However, there is one last twist that the author throws at us, and that is that the family friend Chinetsu was talking about is Taiki and his mother. It is here where Taiki makes it his goal to develop his relationship with Chinetsu as they both grow their skills and harness them to make it to nationals. I know that's a wild cliffhanger, but trust me when I say that the story only constantly gets better and better. It has constant bangers being pumped out weekly. But now to answer the question. When I think about why I love Blue Box, it's the same thing as every other romance series. The characters. Hina's current dilemma that I just won't be spoiling at the moment. Chinetsu in general. Like, I love everything about her character, especially her interactions with Taiki. But above all these characters, I love Taiki the most. It's rare to find a protagonist as relatable as Taiki. Between his determinations, his work ethic, and his constant second guessing / overthinking mode, I just see myself in him. And this continues every chapter as I slowly see more and more myself in Taiki. Even though I've never really wanted to play sports, Taiki's attitude around Chinetsu, his constant worrying, it just perfects my attitude in a written manga. Not just in romantic relationships, but in literally everything. Trust me, constant overthinking is something I went to counseling for. I guess because of that issue I have, Taiki is one of my favorite protagonists due to that relatability factor I feel around his character. But even though he has that overthinking mode, that second guessing trait, he still contains an amazing amount of determination. This manga in only 19 chapters has blown away my expectations again and again. Hina's tragic story hangs so deep into my core that I felt terrible for her. The way romance progressed throughout these chapters, the story circling around human connection, Taiki's amazing determination and relatability, and Shinatsu's character and really adorable artwork. Koji Mira is an absolute genius in all regards, and I'm beyond excited to continue reading the masterpiece that I love, known as Blue Box. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment. And just wanted to say double thanks because you guys watched till the end. You spent some of your valuable day on a video that I uploaded, and that means the world to me. So without all further ado, my name is Poxal, and in the words of Ginichimaru, bye bye. Special thanks to my $10 member tier members, Ledior, and my $25 captain members, Antonio15. You guys mean the world to me as you have taken the extra step that you didn't need to take and helped support me as I continue making content.